Hello everyone, I am Darren Sherbaum, Chief of the Atlanta Police Department, and I am so excited to bring you your own personal update on the construction of your Public Safety Training Center. It is the honor of the men and women of the Atlanta Police Department and our friends at Atlanta Fire Rescue to protect the city, to protect you and your families. And very soon, we will be moving to a state-of-the-art Public Safety Training Center that will ensure that we are very good at what we do when we're called by you and we're trusted when we arrive. So let's look and see what the new construction looks like, and so you know what is coming very soon. Our number one unit protecting parks is our mounted patrol, and we're excited that the horses that protect our city, that protect our parks, those and the officers will soon have a very new home. This will be a precinct that you will be able to visit with your children, that school groups will be able to come through as our horses begin and start their day right here. We're now moving into what I would call the science portion of our campus. Public safety certainly has its science and its art portions. Here's what you would expect to see: classrooms, state-of-the-art classrooms with all the necessary technology to give a good foundation to our firefighters and our police officers. Here you will have computer labs, workout spaces, defensive tactics. You will also have a mock courtroom as well as areas for our paramedics to practice on care of patients. Also, you see our leadership building. This will be primary for our engagement with the communities. Our community training areas where we do crime prevention inspectors, neighborhood watch programs, Citizens Police Academy, and new and innovative ways that we can work with call responders to keep our city safe. It is important that we look out for our first responders, so our first ever wellness center for firefighters and police officers, sworn and civilian, will be in this building, along with event spaces where we celebrate graduations, promotions, and other important times of our police department. So now we're going to move to the other side of the campus, which I like to call the art of public safety, where we will have a number of ways to simulate the emergency you could call us to make sure that we can navigate it when we arrive. Atlanta Fire Rescue will now have its first ever fire training station, designed to make sure they have all of the real areas to work in, to have the skills to operate their equipment and come to your emergency. And those are fire emergencies, rescue emergencies, and medical in nature. Being able to drive safely is a key to us as police officers and firefighters. Right now, we use training areas that are an hour south of the city or they belong to another county to be able to make sure that we can safely drive a vehicle before we're named firefighter or police officer. Every year, we will refresh those skills. And these driving facilities will be used by Parks and Recreation, by Watershed Management, Department of Public Works, and everyone that drives a vehicle to make this city safe and prosperous, where we all love to live, visit, or recreate. You know, when we come to an emergency, no matter how scary and chaotic it's been, it's not the first time we've been in that emergency. We use a simulation village, a simulation center, to be able to replicate everything that the 911 caller could call us to do. It could be a lost child, a car being broken into, it could be a car accident, it could be an active shooter, a person in a mental health crisis. And here in the simulation center, we will replicate businesses, homes, that we are called to each and every day to make sure that our recruits, our firefighters are able to navigate the situation. We're also seeing our driving course, which will be used by everyone that works for the city of Atlanta to make sure our vehicles are being operated properly and carefully throughout Atlanta. You know, in addition to the horses that you saw earlier, we use our canines to be able to keep Atlanta safe by looking for guns that have been stashed or thrown, drugs, bombs, as well as missing children, wandering at-risk adults, and fleeing felons. Up until this point, we have never had a precinct for our canines. We've never had a kennel to call our own, and now we will. And so you see a construction of a first-class, state-of-the-art facility to make sure when we deploy our canines to your neighborhoods, your events, they are cared for, they are prepared, and our handlers work out of a very professional environment. It is an honor each and every day to protect Atlanta, Georgia, to protect you, our citizens. And come December of this year, we will cut a ribbon on the campus that you just saw to make sure we are the best prepared we can be to protect the city we all love, Atlanta, Georgia.